All right, so today we're going to go from a standard form of a quadratic to its transformational form or its vertex form. Typically, this is rewriting a vertex form. I'm going to start with the function f of x equals negative, no, just 2x squared minus 8x plus 6. All right, and just to kind of show you how we do this, is technically it's completing the square. You can go with that name if you want. We're going to transformation form or true to vertex form. There's only 3 different transformations. That's 4 different transformations that can really affect a quadratic, or at least I can rewrite a quadratic using just 4 transformations. There could be a vertical reflection. That'll show up on the outside, but I'm going to combine that with a vertical stretch or shrink. Those kind of show up together. That's a number being multiplied in front, you know. There could be a horizontal shift. Fancy people call that a translation. Or there could be a vertical shift. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite this function using no more than those 4 things. I should do it in 3 steps. Because that's all it really is to it. Math doesn't have to be hard. So there's 3 steps. I'm going to rewrite it in all of its transformational glory. All right. First thing I have to do is check out these guys. All right. And that's always going to show up right there in front of whatever the first term is. So I'm going to factor that out from the x's. So I have parentheses. So I get it away from any horizontal stuff. Because all these guys end up playing together in the standard form. And they get mixed up. That vertical shift, some of it's there, but some of the horizontal shift shows up there. The horizontal shift, some of it's here, but some of it, or some of this stuff affects that. So it's kind of like hiding what the transformations could be. So I just want to see what they are. So I take this guy out of the function. And I don't really take it fully out. I just take him out of the x's. So 2x squared, factoring is just dividing without using what you divided by. So 2x squared divided by 2 is just x squared. 8x divided by 2 is 4x. Notice I just kept my sign, plus 6. All right. Now I know that I'm going to have a vertical, no reflection because it's still positive, taking care of that. And I know I'm going to have a vertical stretch by a factor of 2. Now I'm going to find this horizontal shift. I do that by taking half of that guy. Watch, I'll show you how he pops up. And then I'm going to have just a quadratic. So he's still there. When I get him isolated, I'm going to get that squared to go out there with the x minus 2 parentheses squared. Now we're looking like a vertex form type thing, right? And that is always, it's always going to be half of that thing with the same sign. That will be my horizontal shift. Now I got to figure out what the vertical shift is. This is my last thing, my last big step. So I have to look at what I have already written here and compare it to what I need to have at the end. I need to have something that's the same thing as plus 6. So I have to see what I already have written down. So I cover up the x and see what I was already going to be getting on the end. So if the x wasn't there, I'd have negative 2 squared, PEMDAS people, times 2. So negative 2 squared is 4 times 2 is 8. So if I have 8 already, but I need to have 6, I need to subtract 2. So if I subtract 2, that is going to be my vertical shift. I'm going to show you again, just so we can get used to this and see how it all works. Of course, that wouldn't erase well. Just the steps. Ready? F of x equals, let's just go negative 2 this time. That'll be fun. All right. Step 1, let's find our vertical stretch, shrink, reflect thing. Switch that colors. By factoring out that very front guy. If he just stays in the front, from the x's. He comes out of both x's because he affects both of them, right? That's x squared. And negative 8 divided by negative 2 is positive 4x. And so we don't line the board. Now, this is my second step, and it's going to be tied into the last one. This is still here. I'm now going to change this. I'm going to pull him out and complete this square. Write it as a perfect square, which is going to be half of that thing. Half. Half of 4 is 2. Parentheses squared. Now I got to look at what I have and what I need. I need minus 5. I have, let's see what I have. I cover that up. 2 squared is 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. I already have negative 8, that's down here. I need to have negative 5, that's a little bit higher. In order to get there, I have to move this thing up 3 spots. So plus 3. That is completing the square. Now I have it in vertex form. I can graph that thing. Graphing, not so fun, involves a decent amount of math. If I have to graph that thing, he's easy. All right, the vertex is at negative 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Right there, he goes over 1 and down 2 in the shape of a quadratic. Like that. And I've graphed them. And it's about that difficult. 3 steps, complete the square. Not hard, makes graphing easy.